All right. Welcome everybody. Glad everybody could make it tonight. My name is Brian Frazier. Uh, I am owner of in YEREQ, YGE, YEREQ uh, GO Energy. Well, I guess I should say Zen YGE because there is a merger going on right now. I'm glad you guys could make it tonight. Um, just to make sure, uh, Annette, can you hear me okay? Am I coming through? I want to make sure
Yes,
my
you are.
mic is working. Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
I'm glad everybody could make it tonight. Uh, we did a call last week, last Wednesday, and I wanted to do another call this Wednesday as well. While we're going through this process of the merger and everything, and getting everything switched over and kind of redone a little bit, and and while the information is still minimum right now, while this merger is going on, I just wanted to come out and just give a quick update on what I've seen going on thus far since last week, and just to reiterate a couple of things. Um, and again, those of you that are on the Telegram groups and the Facebook pages, continuing to you know to be the uh, be the place where people can come and get information and some guidance. That's good, and always keep that up if at all possible. um, I like to do the calls because I can uh, do it in a different manner, and and get everybody together all at one time if possible. And also, this is being recorded, so you can go to YGE Prosperity on YouTube, and this will be put up on my YouTube page. That's YGE Prosperity. Okay, YGE space Prosperity, and you'll get the recording of this call. Um, just want to go over a couple of things. Probably all of you probably already know most of this stuff already, but just in case some of you didn't get some of the information, just want to put it out there for the record so everybody can be on the same page, so to speak. And uh, there's not much going on by way of the company other than the mergers that's happening right now, and some information that they have put out. As you can see on the screen here, you can see that they do have a new site up, the Zen YGE site. And you see that it's incorporated the Zen delivery as well as YGE, the energy um, um, company, and everything is kind of merged together. I don't know if this is going to be the new site or if this is an additional site. So we won't know until they actually come out and explain, everything, and give us a corporate update on what's happening. But it's good to see that they do have a site and things are looking up. Also, um, they have sent out a couple of emails, a few emails since last week, and some people are getting them, some people are not. So what I wanted to do, one of the best ways to see if any information has come out is to log into your back office on the URIC current back office. Excuse me. And then when you log in, there's an announcement page that pops up. That's right, this page right here in the middle of the screen. And you want to scroll down from the top of the page down to the bottom, and you'll see the last announcements that went out. And so this is where you would want to check if you haven't been receiving emails. It's good to check your back office, periodically, to see if any messages are in the announcements in the back office, just so you can kind of keep up with whatever corporate is putting out if you're not receiving the emails. I guess they're still getting the email system put together and merging over and everything. Um, so they did send out an email on the 19th in reference to them coming out with updates. Okay, where it says you will soon have Zoom. We will soon have a Zoom to give update to all YGE partners and introduce you to the new management team. Okay, as leaders in YGE, please continue to do what you do daily as YGE partners continue working together for the betterment of us all. Okay, so that was put out, last week on the 19th. And then just recently, they put out on the 22nd. We appreciate your patience and continued support as we go through the changes that will benefit you and the company's future. Even though YGE is doing a merger, yes, this is a great move for both companies. We would like all YGE partners to know this. If you have prepaid yearly, annually, or annual $997 prior to June 1st, 2023, your annual membership is good until June 30th, 2024. You are eligible to participate in all 5% of company's net global profits, retroactive to your individual respective date of payment, right? Those that are on a monthly membership and have paid their March membership, but unable to make payment for April and May, please send an email with a proof of decline of transaction to commission@YEREQGEO.com and CC or carbon copy to C. Rustin@YEREQGEO.com. Right. So if you've paid and you set up auto ship and you have not been debited, okay, and they've been trying to debit you and there's been a decline or whatever, you want to take a screenshot of that if you can and email it to commissions@YEREQGEO.com and CC a copy to C. Rustin@YEREQGEO.com. Right. And then I've also been putting out as well for those that just want to make sure that they get their payments in. If because some people are feeling a little uncomfortable that if they don't have their payment in, that they may be purged from the system, or if we hit 10,000, they might not be in as owners. Well, they stated when John and Cynthia Rustin was here in Maryland, because I'm in Maryland, a couple of weeks ago, that they said that anyone that has paid, but you have not been debited, you will not be purged from the system. You will be a part of the 10,000. Okay, so you don't have any worries there. But if you do want to make a payment, I would suggest that you would go into the current back office and go to the shop and make a payment, all right, on the monthly payment. All right, so that way that you're paid, whether they debited you or not. Okay, so just to be on the safe side and make sure that you keep all receipts. Okay, so you can show that you have made a payment. But if you've made a payment and they have not debited your account, no worries. You will be a part of the 10,000 owners of YEREQ GEO. Okay, so then they sent out another message that we all should have gotten. We appreciate your patience and continued support as we go through changes that will benefit you and the company's future. However, for members that would like to part ways with YGE, we understand your situation and not being able to make it through the changes. We would like all YGE partners to know this. To process your refund, please send an email to commissions@YEREQGEO.com and CC to C. Rustin@YEREQGEO.com. And in the subject, you want to put refund. And in the body of the email, you want to put your name, your order number, your date that you registered, and the amount of membership paid. All right. So you want to make sure that you do that. If you just, if this is taking too long for you, or you just, can't hold out anymore, then they're asking if you want to get a refund. They will gladly do that for you. Okay. So those are most of the information that has gone out in reference to, the merger and everything. Now, there were some emails that have gone out in reference to the Vegas trip. Vegas, that the training that's going to take place in Vegas in June, June 7th and 8th. And from my understanding, I think the last time I checked, I think it was that was already filled up. Okay, so that's been done. So if you weren't able to register for that, it's already full. But from my understanding, there will be another training in July, and that will be in Maryland. I guess they have not posted that yet, but it has been put out that they will be doing one in July in Maryland. So be looking out for that date as it comes out. Okay, as they put it out through the Eventbrite. Right? So be looking out for that date as well. All right. Now, um, what else did I have? That's really most of what I had as far as new stuff. And of course, we have the website, the new website, as I showed earlier, and you can see it here. And I'm sure I went through it, and it's not completely done, I don't think. But of course, I don't know if this is uh, going to be the new website that we're all going to use, or if it's just an addition. We will hopefully find that out whenever they come out with their call and their update on what's going on with the merger, and and they will inform us of all the updates at that time of everything that's going on and what we need to know. Right, so we're patiently waiting for that. Right? But while we're waiting, I did just want to point out a couple of things real quick. You know, uh, I don't know if you weren't on the call last week. I was stating how the corporate, they have a corporate staff that is taking care of this merger, and so they're very diligently working on that. I know some people may have gotten. Um, Matter of fact, there were some payments that were being made. Some commissions were being paid out. So some people were getting some commissions that I heard, which is great to hear. Okay, I know that all the genealogies in the current back office haven't been all straightened out yet. So I'm quite sure if you did get commissions, you may be still due more commissions based on whatever genealogy is not still being put together. So just be patient on that. Things are being done. Okay, some people are experiencing things getting done for them. I know that some people are getting their certificates now, and some people are getting their tokens now. So that's good to hear. It's good to hear that those things are happening for people. If that has not happened for you, just hang tight. Don't get too worried. It's coming. Okay, and just know that we are still in pre-launch. Things are still moving. Things are still coming together. And I hate to sound like a broken record, but that's just the way things are. And so we have to be patient. I'm being patient as well. Um, but just know that as you can see, things are coming along. And so it's always a good sign every time we see something happen. That's always a good sign. Um, but in lieu of all of that, and while they're doing their thing, the Rustins, John and Cynthia, they've been on the road and they're still on the road. Matter of fact, I believe that I think I seen another notice where they're back in Atlanta again, doing another event in Atlanta, and um, and so uh, they have been on the road for some months now. Okay, and they have their focus on a lot bigger things. Not saying that what we're going through is not a big thing, but they're doing a lot of behind the scenes things as far as dealing with corporations and governments across the country and in other countries. So they have a lot of things going on, and that's for our benefit. And so, so I know a lot of times we don't get to see them or hear from them like we used to, but they're still working diligently in the background in our behalf. And so, and I'm pretty sure they're going to want everybody to know that. All right. And so, what I did, I found a few things just to let you know and let you see what's going on. Okay. Here's an article in the Investors Observer where it talks about YEREQ GEO and its token. A lot of us have heard about the YEREQ token, And, you know, a lot of us are waiting on tokens and things of this nature. But, you know, just to let you know that the tokens are real. This is you know, something that we're dealing in the cryptocurrency space. And I think that YEREQ GEO is probably the only energy company that is dealing in the crypto space. All right. And so, and as you can see, there's an article in reference to that where it says GEO, the YEREQ GEO token designed on the Ethereum network, the ultimate solution for EG charging services. All right. It says YEREQ GEO is a decentralized platform, a cryptocurrency with multiple uses in the EV electric vehicle sector. The YEREQ GEO token was created on the Ethereum network. So understand the token is real and it's coming. Okay, it is coming, and you're going to have a bulk of it. Okay, you're going to have your share of the token, and these tokens are something that's going to be utilized for people to be able to charge their vehicles through the charging stations that we put out into the infrastructure. And by that being used, that means that the token will gain its value based on that usage. Okay. The energy and the kilowatts that are used to charge people's cars will be backing this token. And that's a powerful, powerful thing. And you'll see just how powerful as time goes on and you have these tokens in your possession. So keep that in mind. This is real. This is no joke. Okay. And that's why I always said that, you know, YEREQ is really ahead of the trends here. And cryptocurrency is one of those trends. Understand the cryptocurrency and the blockchain space is relatively new, even though it's been around over 20 some years. It's still new. All right. And see, and right now you have less than 3% of the people in the world that's involved in cryptocurrency. Right. And so with the economic plight that's going on, not just in this country, but around the world, cryptocurrency is not a matter of if you're going to get involved in cryptocurrency, it's a matter of when. And that's the thing. So just keep in mind, we're staying ahead of the trends here. Okay. That's what YEREQ is all about. Staying ahead of the trends. And that's where wealthy people come from, the ones who get in front of the trends, right? And so just to take it a little further here, right here, this is what you call an ether scan. And so you can look up any cryptocurrency on the ether scan. Right? And here you have the token itself on the ether scan. There's 200 million tokens, okay, that's going to be mined on the blockchain. Okay, this is real stuff here. Right? This is real stuff. And see, when these tokens start coming out and they start being utilized, the tokens that you hold will be really going up in value in time. Okay. So just give it time. You're at the very beginning of this. So hold tight because this ride is coming. Right. Then there's another article in Business Opportunity talking about YEREQ GEO, energy business. Right. YEREQ GEO Energy is a startup ground floor business opportunity still in its pre-launch phase, which operates in the green renewable energy sector with its main focus on expanding the electric vehicle charging infrastructure across the United States and the world. YEREQ Energy Incorporated is the only company in this industry that utilizes direct selling and network marketing business model to generate sales and expand the customer base. So they're out there talking about YEREQ Energy, okay? And this one is Zen YGE. So this is relatively new, okay? So understand, they're talking about YEREQ right now. And then remember, YEREQ is partnered up with some really big companies right now. Right? They've really garnered some high level contracts with companies that's going to be working with YEREQ. And one of those is 360 Solar. I know you guys have heard about 360 Solar that deal with the solar verticals. where they've kind of taken the solar panels to a whole nother level. All right. Instead of having the solar panels spread out across the land and on top of your roofs, now it's set up like a tower. And so that's really getting ready to change the game on how solar is used. And so now, as you see, 360 Solar is now on the stock market. Okay, they're selling stock for 360 Solar. And see, and YEREQ has now is partnered with them as being one of their being contracted to move and sell these solar verticals. And as we go here, you can see 360 Solar Inc.'s U.S. distribution agreement. Okay, they're out of Vancouver, right? May 9th, 2023. Okay, the Global Newswire stated that 360 Solar, an innovative alternative energy design, manufacture, and sales organization focused on solar equipment supplied to the global marketplace, is pleased to announce the signing of a distribution agreement for the use and global markets with Ruston Industries, LLC. Okay, Ruston Industries, LLC. All right. 360 Solar partnered with Ruston Industries, LLC to market, promote, and sell solar tower systems in the US and global markets. Ruston Industries, under the name YEREQ GEO Energy, aims to successfully land projects in the summer of 2023. 360 Solar and YEREQ 360 and YEREQ plan for multiple deployments in the coming months. Right. So just to let you know, the Rustons are not sitting around twiddling their thumbs, waiting for the website to come together, waiting for the genealogies to get straight. Okay, they're working, and they're out here doing some things. So I'm sure that they want you guys to know that and understand that. Right. They're really putting in the work and they're getting this thing done, because guess what? When we hit the 10,000 and we get to start sharing in the profits and the revenue of the company, our collective 5% share, they want to make sure that all of you get paid. Okay. And so when it's time for us to start hitting the ground and running with this thing, once everything and the infrastructure gets together, they want to make sure that you're well compensated for that. And you're ready to go out here and tackle this thing and do what we got to do. Okay. So I just wanted to point those things out to you real quick. You know, I noticed there's not a lot of information coming out, a lot of things happening. And I know sometimes when things are quiet like this, people can get a little antsy, and we understand that. But I just want you to know things are moving, things are coming together, right? And people are not just sitting around waiting for it to happen. There's people up behind the scenes that are working, and they're putting this stuff together. Right? And so while we're working, while they're doing their job and doing what they need to do to get the infrastructure together, remember, we still are partnered with Sequoia Lending. Okay, don't forget about Sequoia Lending. That is a part of this YEREQ family. Okay, and if you're not already involved with Sequoia, okay, get with the person that that brought you in to YEREQ, and see if they are part of Sequoia. And you want to, go upline to find out who's involved, so you can get involved if you want to get involved with Sequoia Lending, because the Sequoia Lending is another way for you to make income. All right, and they're doing some fantastic things. And see, in Sequoia Lending, they haven't stopped yet. Right, so they're still on the move. Right, and so Sequoia Lending, that's our partner that we're going to be using to help fund small businesses to be able to purchase the products that we have, because we have some really big ticket items, right? And so, some of these businesses may need some funding, and guess what? You can bring them that funding through Sequoia. So go make sure and you check out Sequoia, because even though we're using Sequoia to help fund the businesses to be able to purchase some of the things that we have here in YEREQ with our renewable energy and the charging stations, but you can also use Sequoia to go out here and just get funding for businesses, period, whether it be for YEREQ or not. If they just need operating expenses, or if someone is trying to get a new business or expand their business, whatever the case may be, you can be that bridge for those businesses that are out there right now, being an agent in Sequoia. So that's there for you. So don't sleep on Sequoia, okay? Don't sleep on it. It's there for you. That is our partner, right? And use that to your advantage. All right. So now, I'm not going to keep you, but I just wanted to go over those things with you real quick. And if there's anybody that has any other information that they want to put out that I may not have put out already, please come on up. We're not going to be a long time, but any information that you have to put out to the community would be greatly appreciated. All right, we got Floyd Harding. Come on up, Floyd. Can you open up Floyd, Annette? See if we can get Floyd opened up here.
Yes. Good day, millionaires.
Hey, how you doing, Floyd?
I'm well. I'm concerned because when the announcement was announced about the July activity was going, I was already set up to go. Then when they called and canceled, the problem was I canceled my activities. Then they called and said it's back on again.
Are you talking about the June? You talking about
the June event? And then when I went to go back to try to get signed up again, the prices went up high. I can't afford. So my question is, are we going to have a Zoom activity like we did with the other ones a couple of months ago in March? Because
that all depends on who's ever's there, because those things that got recorded there, that was somebody that was there that attended, that had their own equipment and recorded the sessions. Okay. So I don't know if corporate is going to be recording those and putting it out or not. Okay. So I really couldn't tell you that, much of that, but I will say this. There is supposed to be another training in July in Maryland. Now, I do know that, and I don't know what that date will be, but I know that is in the works to try to get that set up as well. And the people that are there for the training in Vegas, I think some of those people that are being trained in Vegas will be doing the training in Maryland. Now, in saying that, I know there's a concerted effort to set up, once we get trained, to set up a online training as well. Okay. But we're going to see what corporate has in store in reference to all of that. So I don't want to jump the gun and say all of that is going to happen, but I do know that that is the talk of that happening. And whether or not corporate is putting that together or us in the field getting together to do that, one way or the other is going to happen in some form or fashion. Okay.
All right. Thank you for your answer. I appreciate it.
No problem. No problem. Yeah, and seeing, I know that I know a lot of you would love to get to some of these trainings that's going on, and I know it's hard to get to those things when they're so far away and out of your jurisdiction, and we understand that, and so that's why it's a concerted effort to learn what we need to learn, get it all together, so we can bring it out to everybody in the field and bring it to the community, because I know everybody's biting at the bit to get going. And I'm biting at the bit to get going with all this. And so it's just a matter of learning all the information and getting the right people in place to put that information out so everybody can learn, from what, the process is going to be. And so hopefully, with the merger and everything, hopefully corporate is working on all of that, and they'll let us know exactly how that's going to be and what the process will be. And then, we can move forward. But until then, we can just speculate, but, we just have to wait until they put out what's going to happen. And so I'm pretty sure, by June, we should know just about everything that's going to take place by then. So June 1st is really going to be an important date because that's when everything is going to start happening. So hopefully they'll come out with a corporate call here soon, and we can get things moving, and everybody will be on the same page. All right, we got Luke. Luke, come on up, Luke. How you doing, Luke?
Oh, hang on. Are you there?
There you go. We got.
All right, now you got you. I got a mute on my headset. Hey, so real quick, I don't know if everybody knows the story of Zen Delivery, but about 1.5 years ago, I was talking to a company, and there's a company called Snap Delivered, and Snap Delivered has added. They've added a bunch of verticals. You know, they're doing ERC and they're doing other things.
Right.
At that time, Snap was not looking real good. And you know, Snap has gone on, and they've been very successful, but some of the people kind of broke away, and they started Zen shortly before things kind of got traction with Snap. So you know, I think they're a really good company, and so I mean, I think this is a very positive move because I'm with Snap with doing the ERC program. Right. I tell you what, they pay out. They pay out. So
yeah, I know about Snap Delivered too. Yeah.
And I think this is a good move. And then the other thing I'd like to say is I'm one of them, the people. I literally got an email before I was at my congregation tonight that said, hey, we want to verify your commissions.
All right.
We need to get this squared away. So we are getting that. You know, we want to be careful about these tokens. I mean, it's positive. It's all positive. But you and I know, I think, Brian, that, tokens, they come and they go. I mean, anybody can make their own tokens. Now, I'm not saying that these tokens are not going to be worth something. We just want to be real careful about speculating because, it could go one of two ways. I mean, I've been a part, and I think you've been a part of a bunch of cryptos that were tokens and they were supposed to do something and they didn't end up being. But positive things happening. That's good, and we'll see where we go. But I'm encouraged by what I'm seeing so far.
All right. Well, good news, man. Good news. It's good to hear that. It's good to hear that. All right. Thanks, man. Appreciate you. Yeah, the tokens, I'm a crypto guy too. And so I know a little bit about crypto. I'm not a master at it by no means, but I know a little bit about it. I've been in it for a minute. And there's thousands of tokens out there. Okay. But what really makes the token what it can be is based on what's backing it, the project behind it. And I think that we have the perfect project to be behind the YEREQ token. And if it's done properly, then this token can really, really be a huge, huge deal in the future. So we'll see. Only time will tell. Only time will tell. Okay, we got William. Come on up, William. William Morris. See if we can get William up here.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I am one of the gentlemen that also got the email about the commission, so that's great.
Oh, fantastic.
My question, been a member since January, so hey, riding away. My big question is that my monthly payment for this month didn't come out. So what are the next steps to make sure that is done?
Okay, you might have missed it.
It came out for April. I think do I just need to go to the back office and put another payment in?
Yeah, well, I don't know. You might have got on a little late when I went over that. But in the back office, if you go in the back office, as soon as you log into the back office, you'll see the announcement pop up as soon as you log in. If you scroll down to the bottom, you'll see one of the notices that lets you know in reference to the payment. Okay. And if they tried to debit your account at all,
nope. They
not at all.
Went through, not at all.
Okay,
usually it's done by the 19th. So
I know that some people have been trying to debit their accounts. Okay, and they want you to take a screenshot of that and send it in. But someone told me earlier that there was a notice in where you set up the auto ship that that they will not be taking a payment. So I'm not sure because I'm an annual person. I paid annually, so I didn't set up auto
Right.
ship or anything like that. But if you didn't get debited, don't worry, because if you paid before, you are part of the 10,000. You have nothing to worry about. And
Yeah,
then
this is the
once they
first
get
time. Yeah.
and once they get everything straight, then they will start the debit back up again. But for those people that just want to make sure that they get their payment in, I would suggest that you just go in to the order section, the shop, into the shop, and just make a payment. Make your $99 payment from the shop
Yeah, that's what I
in
was
your
gonna do.
back
My
office.
office. Yeah, I just
Yeah,
go ahead and do
and
that.
just make sure you keep your receipts. That's all. And so
Okay.
once they get all this stuff straight, they'll probably start debiting your account again. Not a problem.
Okay. Then
Or
my
at
other
least at
question.
least at least give us the information on how to get that reset up again if it's not. All right.
Okay. All right. My other question is that will our websites change, because I have a couple big RFPs for energy stations. BS is coming up, so they need to make sure that I just need to make sure that website that I have set up is going to stay up and it's not going to change.
I
Because if
feel
it
you.
changes, right? So that's my big
Yeah.
my big item right now. So
That we won't know until they come out and let us know, because I have no idea. Okay.
okay,
So
okay,
yeah. So once they come out and have their update call on whatever they're going to do, they'll let us know all about that, and whether or not this is an additional site or this site is going to replace the current site that we have. So we'll find that out. Probably very, very shortly. Very shortly.
okay. Appreciate
Okay.
everything.
All right. All right, Willie. All right, fantastic. Okay, we got Dan, my buddy Dan. Come on up, Dan.
Hey, Brian, how you doing, bud?
All right, all right.
Good. We appreciate you putting this meeting together for us to give us
Yes,
the latest update. That means a lot to us. The first question is, okay, for the ones that paid the $997, you said like if somebody paid like in January, February, that they're good until 24.
Right. Anybody that paid prior to June 1st, the $997,
That's awesome.
yeah, they will not have to renew again until June 2024.
Okay.
Okay.
And then the other question is, in regards to the routers, have you heard any more about when they're coming out?
No. As far as I know, is about the routers is that they had a situation with the routers where they could not get them delivered the way that they wanted. That's why a lot of people got refunded on their routers right now,
Right, yeah.
because they didn't want people waiting around that have already paid, and they just refunded people their money back for the routers until they can get the routers shipped and in place and everything. So that's just been placed on hold until they can get that done. And that's another thing that Mr. Rustin is working on as well. Okay, because I actually spoke to him in reference to that, and they're definitely working on that right now as it speaks. But he didn't want anybody waiting around that had prepaid for a router, and it's not going to come right now. So that's why they kind of refunded, and anybody that did make commissions on the router, they got to keep those commissions. So don't even worry about that. But yeah, they're working on getting those routers back in play again. And once they are, I'm sure they'll be in the back office, and I can't wait, because I definitely want to see those routers. I really
absolutely.
want one. Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So because we have a team member that still hasn't received his refund on his router, and he paid for the whole thing in full.
Okay, well then he needs to probably send in an email to support to let them know
Okay.
that. And if he hasn't already, he needs to do that. And if he
All right.
did,
I think he's
then
already done it like 2 or 3
or
times.
yeah, okay. Well then, in that case, I would go into the back office, and in the chat in the back office, put it in the chat as well. But I'm quite sure if he sent it in a few times through email, if he does it
Yeah.
through chat, then they probably know about it, and they'll probably be getting to him, and they'll get him the refund. And as long as he keeps his receipt, he's good to go. He will get refunded.
Okay. Now, are you gonna have these meetings every Wednesday night?
Yeah, I'll probably be on next Wednesday as well. Okay, if the
Okay.
company hasn't come on, all right, if they haven't done a
Okay.
corporate call.
All right. Then thanks again, Brian.
All right, buddy. All right. All right, so that's it. Okay, everybody. I'm glad everybody was able to make it. And okay, we got Jim. Jim, did you want to? I see Jim's hand went up. You good? Okay. Well, I just wanted. Okay, come on up, Jim. See your hand went up.
Yeah, good evening, Brian. How you doing?
Yes, how you doing?
All right, good, man. I just want to say a few words of encouragement. I've been in this thing since March, and we've enrolled quite a few owners.
Yeah,
And none of us have our commissions yet. However, faith is still the substance of things hoped for and the evidence or the proof of things not seen. We believe in what's going on with YEREQ and what's going on with Zen. And when you believe in something, you patiently wait for it.
that's
And
right.
we will be out in Vegas. That's for sure. Of course, I'm going out to see my brother-in-law as well, but we will be there for the training on the 7th and the 8th, and wherever else you have training, we're doing our best to be there. And as a business owner, we understand starting something this big with as many moving parts does take time. And if people have ever been in business, that's something they ought to know. And for those who haven't, trust me, it takes a while to really put in order and put in proper working order what you guys are doing. And I've seen a lot of things, but I don't think I've seen anything quite like this. And again, renewable energy, we heard on the news the other week that in the next 5 years, 14 million jobs is what we're going to lose. However, in the same time period, 69 million new jobs will come in renewable energy.
There you
So
go.
if anybody is young today and trying to know what's going on for the future, you better look at AI, you better look at cyber security, you better look at renewable energy, because the next 20, 30 years, that's where we're going to be.
That's
Thank
it.
you. Just want to just keep doing what you're doing, and we're hanging right there with you. Thank you.
All right, Jim. All right, appreciate you, Jim. That's good. Good. Well, very well said. And he's right. That's why I said YEREQ is ahead of the trends. It's ahead of its time. They're making the right moves. We just got to be, savvy enough to see what's happening here. Okay, because technology is going to take away a lot of the jobs that we used to think were, the normal jobs that people have. Those jobs are going away now. And it's time to retrain ourselves and to put ourselves in a different position to do different things. And saying this is what we got to get prepared to do, right? Because there's a paradigm shift that's happening right now. And so we're a part of that shift. And so we got to stay in front of that shift in order for us to benefit from it. So that's why I say, there's a lot of things that YEREQ is putting on the table. Don't get bogged down with everything. Okay. Just know that they're there for you, and just find your niche. Find the thing that you want to take hold of and be good at it. Right. And then just go for it. Because guess what? Anything that you want to do, we can do it right here with YEREQ. Okay. And it's coming. Everything is being put into place. Most people that start businesses, it takes them 3 to 5 years to try to break even, just to break even and make money. Okay. So understand, all of that stuff is being done for you. All we have to do is just sit back, wait for everything to be put together, and then we can make money immediately. Where else can you get into a business like that? Okay. So understand, let everything else work for you. And again, I seen somebody put something in the chat about Sequoia. Get with Sequoia, get with your upline, get with the person that brought you in, and see if they're a part of Sequoia, or see if the person that they brought them in is a part of Sequoia. And so that way you can get involved with Sequoia, okay, if you're not in it. Okay, because Sequoia is one way that you can go ahead and start making money. Okay, because while everything is being put together with YEREQ, you can go out here and find businesses that need money for their business. All right, need operating expenses, or trying to expand their business, or equipment, funds for equipment, whatever the case may be. You can get that done through Sequoia. Businesses are out here hurting right now because the banks can't lend them no money. Banks are having their own problems right now. So understand that. So this is a perfect opportunity to be a part of Sequoia and work through Sequoia right now until everything is ready for us to move with the charging stations and everything else. Okay, so with that being said, hey, look, I appreciate you guys coming tonight. I was on a little longer than I thought I would be. But it was great talking to everybody. Everybody keep doing what you're doing. Everybody in the Telegram groups, keep doing what you're doing, helping people, informing people, the Facebook pages. Everybody keep doing what you're doing, because guess what? Pretty soon we're going to be hitting the ground running, right? So everybody get ready, do your calisthenics, get ready, get your tennis shoes ready, because we getting ready to hit the streets here real soon. All right. All right. So we'll sure I'm gonna probably have another one of these next Wednesday. So be on the lookout. I'll send it out. And I apologize that the email went out a little late. The message went out a little late about this call, but I promise to get it out a little sooner so everybody will know whether or not we'll have a call on Wednesday. And if corporate doesn't have a call by Wednesday, then I will definitely have one. Okay, and update everybody as much as I can. So with that being said, I appreciate everybody. Thank you for coming. Everybody have a good night and a good week, and we'll see you next week. Good night, everybody.